Metro booming, want some more, nigga.
2 weeks down in the SST24 project. I'm really good. I'm feeling pumped about this. The first week I lost 5 pounds. I was very impressed by the results. And in the second week I lost 2 pounds, totaling up 7 pounds in 2 weeks. Very impressed by that. When I was using a CLA and a thermogenic, I was using the Omega Lean by A&S and I was using Super HD by Cellucor. I wasn't getting the same results. I would lose about a pound or 2 a week, 2 max. But now I'm lost 7. That's really impressive. I'm hoping that the results continue to be like that. The part that was most targeted at my body was my back. I noticed that I have a lot less back fat now, and I still have some tummy fat, I still have some side fat, but the back fat is really what got targeted the most in these past 2 weeks. I'm very impressed by that. The other thing about this is that I've been sweating a lot, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some people don't like that, but personally I don't mind that. I just have to, shower or switch my shirt out, preferably shower. But then you're done. You're fine. Typically, when I sweat the most is either right after a workout or even days that I don't work out. I'll usually sweat a lot around 5 o'clock after I take my second stint free of the day. So that's just something that I've noticed. It's been very constant, especially in this last week. The first week it was kind of like, oh, I sweat one day, the other day I'm fine. But the second week it's been an everyday thing. You're kind of just sweating. Not a big deal though. Just like I said, take a shower, switch your shirt out, you're fine after that. Another thing that I've been noticing is that in the morning when I'm taking the SST, usually the first week I was kind of energized, I was feeling a little bit better. Not like with the effect that I was getting from a pre-workout, but I was feeling a little bit more ready for my day. This second week hasn't been exactly like that. Some days I'm like, okay, I'm ready, I'm gonna start, but other days I'm just kind of groggy. So that's just something that I've noticed in the second week. Personally, I like feeling a little bit better when I'm waking up. I'm not really a morning person, but still fine with the way that this is going. The SST I'm still taking at 7:30 in the morning when I wake up. And the stim free, my first 2 pills I'm taking at 8:30 right before I eat my breakfast. I usually eat around 9. Then at 4 o'clock I'm taking my 3rd pill of the stim free for the day. That's been very constant. And then at night is the time that it fluctuates a little bit. I've been trying to take the LSC at around 10 p.m. kind of get ready for bed. Other days, I know yesterday I completely forgot about it and I didn't take it till like 11:30, which was really bad. But overall, I'm still very impressed. Something that's very impressive about the SST24 stack that I just love, and I've talked about it every video, but I love it so much. The LSC, the nighttime weight management support. It's gonna have CLA in there, but also gonna have melatonin in there for sleep. I've been looking for other products that will contain those 2 ingredients. I've only found 2 other ones. One is a testosterone booster, so I don't really want to use that one. That one's Z-Test by PMD. Really good product, really good for nighttime testosterone support. It's going to include a CLA in there, but also melatonin to help you sleep. That one I'm going to stay away from because I'm young, I'm 18, I don't really want to be dependent on testosterone at a young age. When you use a testosterone booster at a younger age, your body stops naturally producing it. And I would like to not be dependent on a testosterone booster by the age of 25. I'm just going to let my body naturally produce that, so I'm going to stay away from the Z-Test. The other one that I found was GNC came out with a sleep support in their new redone Beyond Raw lineup. It's really cool, the product that they redid. They're really good products. I might look into that one later on because it doesn't have that testosterone in it, but it does have the melatonin for sleep support, but also the CLA for weight management. I might look into that one. Now, however, if Performix starts selling LSC outside of the SST24 stack, definitely I'm buying that no matter what, because I really like the fact that you're getting the constant support of weight loss. I feel like that's the one that really helps the most, because you can use the thermogenic throughout the day. You could buy the stim free and you can buy the SST separately. You could have that daytime support, but really the LSC is what really kind of puts the topping on the cake. It really helps because those 8 hours you're typically asleep, you can't really do anything to lose weight. You kind of just, your body naturally just does its thing. The LSC kind of helps you with weight management during the night, and I really like that. Also, the melatonin in there, I had never taken melatonin before, and I've heard a lot of things. Like my mom used it, I've had friends that use it. It just helps them sleep, it helps them get into rapid eye movement and sleep a little better, and they feel very refreshed. And after taking it, I do like it a lot because I feel refreshed after sleeping. I could sleep 8 hours and feel the same way as if I slept like 3 hours. The only problem is that a couple nights while I was using the LSC, I woke up in the middle of the night just because I had to go to the bathroom, and I found it hard to get back to sleep because I was like, oh, I woke up around like 2 in the morning and I'm like, okay, I'm refreshed, I don't really need sleep, or at least that's how I felt. So So I kind of had to force myself to get back to sleep. That was just something I didn't like. So nights that I sleep all the way through and I wake up at 7:30, I'm good. I'm feeling really nice. But those nights that I wake up at that I had to wake up, it was like twice, I think. I woke up at 2 to go to the bathroom. It was like not too great because I was having a lot of trouble falling back to sleep. That's the only downside to the LST so far, but I'm very impressed overall, and I'm still gonna look out to see if there's something that could replace it, unless Performix started selling that separately. So that is the 2-week review. Very impressed. 7 pounds down. I love it. We're gonna see what happens in the last 2 weeks. The next week is gonna be really tricky because the gym's closed a couple times. So I'm gonna have to do, probably go jogging or something like that with the dog for my workout that day. And then the week after that, it's beginning of January, the gym's gonna be super crowded, so I'm not really looking forward to the gym those few days, but still I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna up my cardio up a little bit because cardio helps with the weight management support in your body. So I'm gonna up that a little bit, see if that'll have an effect. That'll play a little bit of just kind of complement the products that I'm taking right now. So I like how this is going. We're gonna see where we end up in 2 weeks. I'm very impressed so far, and I think that the way that this is going to go, if it continues to be the way that it has been, I am thinking that within the month
Metro
period,
Boomin want some more, nigga.
like I stated before, the back fat that I have, or that I had actually, is pretty much non-existent now. That's really what has been targeted the most throughout these last 2 weeks. So it wasn't a huge amount. I wasn't very big to begin with, but I don't have a lot of back fat now. Really, my trouble zones right now are just kind of my stomach and my sides. So we'll see within the last 2 weeks, maybe that gets targeted a little bit, just the way that the SST takes its course. I'm very excited, and I'm loving how this is working. So stay tuned. I'll probably throw in some more updates on Instagram and Twitter. Feel free to follow me on those. I'll have the description down below. And if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. See how we end up in 2 weeks. Really excited, and stay tuned. We're having some really good results. Hopefully, we're gonna stay positive and